dream? I know you've been playing soccer obviously your whole life, but I mean, was that something you guys talked about as little kids? Like, and did you
Yeah.
think for a moment you'd be doing it together?
Yeah, I mean, I remember watching the 1999 Women's World Cup as a family. And I think as soon as Kristie and I realized that there was an opportunity to play soccer at this level and represent the country, we both were like, okay, that's what we're going to do. And there was never like any kind of backup plan. So we definitely talked about it when we were like 7 and 8 years old. We started being like, I want to play for the national team. I want to play professionally. And I think we had a little taste of it growing up. We played on 2 Youth World Cup teams together, the U17s in 2008 and the U20s in 2010. And both of those times were like that had never happened before then either. And I think we had started to have this little taste of like what it might be like. And it's just been like crazy in a whirlwind ever since. It's even so cool to just have 2 sisters playing in the NWSL together. But to really like accomplish making a world roster like this is just something so crazy and like unbelievable that I never could have like thought would actually happen.
Right.
Yeah, it was obviously really exciting. I think part of the significance for me comes from the fact that I didn't make it last time. I went as an alternate in 2016, and then last year with it getting delayed, it just felt like it was something that I was like really waiting for and hoping that would happen for me. So just first off, I was relieved and just excited that I had like finally accomplished what I have been thinking about for the past 5 years. And then just to top it all off, I found out my sister made the roster about a half an hour later. And that was just also like, I was so relieved for her and just so excited for our family and the opportunity that we have to do this together, which is doing it on your own is obviously incredible, but doing it with your sister is like just something else entirely. So really just excited and honored to have been selected.
Knowing you were almost there and kind of like that chip on your shoulder moving forward for these next 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I think that being so close, but just off the mark by a little bit, and deservedly so. I don't think that I was wronged in any way. I definitely think that what happened was appropriate. And so I feel like just realizing that there was maybe more I could have done in the build up, maybe whether it was mentally just like training myself to be a little bit more focused or more to perform more consistently, or whether it was physically being fitter or sharper on the ball. I think I just really took it upon myself these last 5 years to make sure that I was never in the position again where I was close, but just not quite there. And so I feel like I've had so much help from so many people, obviously. And it's taken a lot of hard work and commitment, but I think that I'm just really proud and excited that I was able to make it this time. And I feel like I learned so much from being an alternate, and that without that experience, it would be hard to be here. I actually shared the experience with Emily Sonnet. And so I think it kind of like cemented our friendship in a way that like only we really understood what it was like to go through that. And I was so excited, equally as excited to see her name on the roster as my own. So I'm just excited for us and grateful to have had all of the opportunities I've been given. I think every now and then when I don't know, maybe when somebody asks me or when I just stop and think about it, how unique it is and how like weird it is that both of us are at this level right at the same time. It's like I want to just attribute it to something, and I think obviously we have to just attribute it to our parents and the way they raised us and our relationship as a family, and just again the sacrifices that they made. I do think it's like crazy that we're both here, and I'm so grateful. Like I think I'm so proud of Kristie. Like she's been through a lot and has really worked her way to get back here. And when I see that kind of dedication and commitment from her, I feel like so fortunate that like I have that in me too, because we're family. So anything that like she accomplishes, I feel like, wow, I'm capable of that too, because we're made of the same stuff. So I just think it's been like really inspiring and just like really, I guess, humbling at the same time to like do this and get to do it together. Yeah, so I knew that her call was like right after mine, so I was just like, okay, like right at 9:15, I was like, okay, like let me know. But I had the really good feeling because I assumed he was calling people in a row who had made it. And so she texted me, I made it, and I like immediately hit FaceTime. And then I ran out. I was actually in the locker room getting ready for practice, so I ran outside and said, oh my God, congratulations, I'm so happy. And then we FaceTimed our parents. and just talked to them for 10 minutes. And it was so cute. Like, my mom answered her FaceTime and we quickly were like, Mom, go get Dad. And I could tell my mom already knew. So she started being like, okay, okay. And she ran downstairs to get my dad. And I had Kristie just tell them together we both made the Olympic team, and they were just so proud and excited, and we're like kind of didn't even know what to do. But it's obviously really exciting for the whole family, and my parents have given so much to us, and obviously we wouldn't be here without their sacrifices and them giving us so many opportunities. So we're really just grateful to them and excited that we get to do this as a family. Yeah, I mean, I think like Lynn and I have talked about this already. I obviously am excited that she's coming with us, and I know that the disappointment she must be feeling about being left off the 18. But I think that Lynn is so resilient, and I have so much faith in her as a player and as a person, and I know that she's going to continue to fight for a spot on the team. And there's lots of big tournaments coming up and rosters to make, and I think that I have told her that being an alternate was really good for me, and that she already has this fire in her, but it will just continue to kind of fan the flames of being like, I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna push, I'm gonna continue to fight to be here. And I have like full confidence in her that she can do that all on her own, and I know that she'll be there knocking at the door the very next opportunity she gets.